Good morning, everybody. It's Susan Crutchfield with the Noonan Carnegie Library, and I'm here today to show you how to use a ring light. Now, I hope you enjoyed our iPhone photography class. So this is another installment in that series. Now, you can use a ring light for iPhone photography, but you can also use it for a variety of different things. Like a lot of people are using them now if you're Zooming a lot or doing a lot of online chats. You might just want to make sure your lighting looks good. You might live in a house where it's kind of dark and you just want to look your best while you're on your Zoom. We're all on Zoom a lot these days. So I just wanted to give you a quick little tutorial on the ring light. Now, as a photographer, I'm always looking at lighting. And as you know from the iPhone photography class, if you've had a chance to watch that, lighting is the most important thing in photography. If you have bad light, the photo just won't turn out that well. So if you're not doing professional photography where you have flashes all over the place, a ring light is a great way to light a scene quickly. So today we're going to talk about that. So let me show you first what a ring light is. This is the ring light I have. There's a variety of different types of ring lights. You can get them in many different sizes and shapes. This one is a tabletop ring light. So as you can see, it just has these short little legs. It can just be set up. And how a lot of people would use this ring light. So as you see in the middle here, there's a place to put your cell phone. So what we would do for this is you would just put your cell phone here. So as you can see, the ring light is around it. So as your phone is here, the ring light is going to be really even and nice on your face. Now, you don't have to use a ring light in this manner. Say, for instance, you're Zooming on your computer or your iPad and you just have it set up on the desk. You can just put the ring light behind it and it will work just as well. But like I said, each ring light is different and they're powered in different ways. This specific one has a USB port, so you have to plug it into the nearest USB port just in order to get power to it. Some ring lights have a plug that you can just plug it into the wall like you normally would for anything, or you can even get an adapter where you can plug this USB into another plug and then plug that into the wall. So I'm going to plug this into my computer, which is where I'm doing my video right now, and we'll take a look at what happens with it. So most ring lights have a control box right here where you can do different things with them. So first, you would push the power button on, and as you can see, this lights up very bright. So see how if you have this phone in the middle, it's going to give you real even light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a video with this, and then I'm going to show it to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my iPhone on, I'm going to pull up the photo function, and we're going to show you what it looks like in a photo first. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm just going to tilt it a little because we are trying to get this in the shot. So I'm just going to take a photo of myself with the ring light, and then I'm going to turn it off and take one without the ring light. So you can see right now the difference between having a photo with the ring light on and taking a photo with the ring light off. Look at that difference. There is a huge difference. And as you can see in the photo without the ring light, my eyes look a little dark. You can't really see the details of my eyes. So when you're taking a photo with the ring light, what you're trying to do is get the ring light in the middle of your eyes, and it causes just that little spark of light in your eyes. It brightens up your eyes. You can see your eye color. Your eyes don't look hollow and disappear into your face. So it just gives that beautiful, soft, even light, and it looks really good. So here's the video of a ring light. So you look into the ring light and you see right here, do you see that beautiful spark of color? You can see that my eyes are blue. It just gives that nice, soft, even light. And you can even look in the background. It kind of makes the background fade away a little bit. Now let's turn off the ring light. You can barely see my face. The background looks way brighter, and we really don't want to focus on the background. We want to focus on my face. And if you look at my eyes, they kind of look like black holes and pits, and you can't tell that they're even blue. So you don't really want this in a photo or a video. So that's kind of a demonstration of what the ring light can do as far as lighting goes. Now, a lot of times you can set it up in all sorts of different places, but maybe you're like, oh, you know, this is kind of a standard tabletop ring light. So what are you gonna do when you need something a little better? Well, surprise, I'm actually using another ring light during this video. So this is my other ring light, and this one is actually larger and it's on a tripod. So you can see it's much taller than my smaller ring light. And the actual ring part is actually smaller than my tabletop ring light, but as you can see, it can be extended, and this isn't even as tall as it goes. It would go up to about right here. So if you need something a little taller, this is a great option. So as you can see, there's all sorts of different ring lights that you can use. Another great thing about ring lights is most of them have an option to bring the brightness of it down or up. So for instance, we're going to turn this one back on, and you see this is pretty bright. So if it's in your face, there might be certain situations, like if you have a lot of window light coming in, that it might just be too bright. So you can actually pull down the brightness on this one. And I suggest when you're looking for a ring light to buy, you always get one that you can pull the brightness up and down, because you're going to need more light and less light depending on what conditions you're in. So on this one, if you can look and see, you can bring it down really far and just see how it's getting a little less bright. Now, another thing I like about this ring light, and it's not necessary, but it's always nice to have this, is you can also change the color temperature of this. So you can change it to more of a cool light. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but this light has turned a little more blue. This one's a little warmer, so it's a more gold. And let's try that out on our face and see if we can see the difference. So this is the regular colored ring light. It's just the standard white. So now we're going to turn it to a little bit of a cooler look. And you see how it turns everything just a little more blue, and you might just want to use this if you're in a room that's kind of has a yellowish cast to kind of bring that down. So that's when you would use it. If you remember when we talked about white balance in the videos I sent you from the iPhone photography extras, that is where the white balance would come in. So if it's a little warm in the room, you want to cool it down a little. But maybe it's a little cool in the room light-wise, so you would want to warm it up. Now you see how suddenly everything looks a little orange, not quite orange, but it just warms it up a little bit, and that's just a way you can balance the colors of the room. So let's go through them again real quick. This is the normal ring light. This is a little cooler light, and this is a little warmer light. So let me know if you can see the difference. Another great thing about ring lights are when they're adjustable. Like this one, you can move it around. So say you want to put light up like under your chin, you can move it like this, but you don't necessarily want to have the phone on there when you're doing this, because you definitely would have a double chin, but maybe you just want to use the light and you want to bring it up like this. You can use it in a variety of different ways. If you have multiple ring lights, you can even use multiple ring lights to light the space you're in, but usually one is good enough. Now with ring lights, you might have to do a little bit of adjustment. You can move them around and see where the light is best on your face. As you move it closer to you, you'll get more light, and you move it further away, and of course you get less light. You know, it depends on really what you want to do with it. Let's try a little experiment. I'm going to move forward here, and now the ring light is closer to me, but because I've moved down, the ring light also is not lighting me completely from up here. So I'm going to reach down and pull it down here and move it. Now you can of course see it in here, but see what the difference it makes on your face when it's closer to you. It just gives you that really nice light, but see how it's a little bit angled. So you would move it here, move it here. Maybe you want to create light on just one side of your face. You can do it here. Now, you probably don't want to do this during a Zoom meeting or a program like that, but if you wanted to try something like fun and creative when you're doing iPhone photography, sometimes it looks really good to only light one half of the face and have the other half be in shadow. Now, this room is pretty bright on its own, so we can't do it quite as dramatic as it could be. Okay, I've moved into the reading nook in the children's room, and what we're going to do is we're going to try a couple of different lighting scenarios. So this first one is me with the ring light on full power. So once again, you can see the real nice even lighting on my face. You can see the spark in my eye from the actual ring light, and it's just really pretty and really nice light. Now here's a different kind of photo. This is where I've moved the ring light to the side a little bit, and as you can see, it creates a more dramatic effect. One side of my face is completely in light, and the other side is mostly in shadow. So this just can give you a different look depending on what kind of photo that you're looking for. Sometimes it's really fun to have this dramatic look, and I'll show you later how to make it look cool in Snapseed with this kind of look. But all you have to do for this is just move your ring light to one side, and it just creates that cool shadow look. Now this is where I put the ring light completely under me, and as you see, it kind of gives you a real nice light
all on your face. It also gets those horrible shadows out of your chin. The background is really dark. It gives you that good sparkle in the eye. And sometimes you might like that kind of look. Just make sure the ring light isn't in the photo like it is on this one. Kind of crop it out later or make sure you get it out. But that's just another good way to light a photo when you're using your iPhone and the ring light. And I did just want to show you some things you can do in Snapseed, which I talked about during our iPhone photography class. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that class, go back. It's on our YouTube and Facebook pages. And I talked a little bit about the different apps you can use with your iPhone. But this is just something fun I did with that more dramatic photo. I just imported it into Snapseed and I added the dark filter. There's all sorts of different filters and stuff you can use. This one is the drama one that it just gives it a little graininess. It makes it super saturated and dark. It's a great photo, I think, for October because it's kind of creepy and spooky. So, and this photo is taken in the children's nook. There's zero lighting in this room. The only lighting that was present was the ring light. And you can see in the very far background there is light coming in a little bit from the main part of the library into the window, but the entire room was actually dark. So this is just something fun you can do when you play around with apps and photos, which is always fun to do with the iPhone. There's so much creative stuff you can do.
So I hope you enjoyed this quick iPhone photography ring light tutorial. Please let me know if you have any questions about how to use a ring light or if you want to know anything else about it. I'll be glad to answer questions. Also, do let me know if you have any more questions about iPhone photography and I'll do a follow-up video on that. I already have a couple of questions that I'm planning for that, so we'll do a little Q&A. But thanks so much for joining me today. And I hope you get a chance to check out ring lights. So if you get a ring light and you have a chance to play around with it, please send me some photos. I'd love to see what you guys are coming up with. And stay tuned because we'll have more iPhone photography tips and tricks coming in the next few months.